Would you like to know the best method to warm up before the game? I can guarantee you it's not what you think. Yo Miss Toimub, my name is Green, and for this video I got to sit down with one of the OGs of Counter-Strike with almost 10 years of experience in the pro scene back in Counter-Strike 1.6 and Source, and over 3 years of coaching experience in CSGO in teams like MVP Complexity and Cloud9. Of course, I'm talking about Rambo. Some of you may know him as FPS Coach, and I thought since he has about 20 years of experience in Counter-Strike, he would be the perfect person to give us some insights on how a proper warm-up routine should look like. Before we jump into the video, please do yourself a favor and go subscribe to his channel. His content is something that will change the way you view CSGO and gaming in general. You will thank me later. Alright, so starting off, I asked you guys on my Instagram account what was your current warm-up routine, and boy did I receive a lot of different answers. Some of you said that you don't warm up at all and jump straight into a match, and some of you said that you warm up for 2 hours with 10,000 bot kills or something crazy like that. Now, I gotta say that warming up is really a personal preference, but there are some general guidelines you should follow, so this is what Rambo said when I asked him what are some mistakes people make in their warm-up routines.
If you're warming up for a match, you want to make sure you have to find a right balance of warming up your aim, but also not too much where you're draining your energy. So you want to have good feeling in your hands and arm, and you can warm up. Some people only take like 10 minutes. Like when I watched Flusha warm up, he only takes like 10 minutes to warm up. It's very simple warm up. He just runs through Mirage, practices some angle, shoots some bots on Mirage, and that's it. And like automatic, he always his is a little bit longer. It's probably like 20 minutes. He'll play aimbots, and the way he practices is like he'll go for like 20 or 30 kills, but he uses 100% focus on those 20 or 30 kills. And he makes sure he hits those shots, and he's in that mindset like he's 100% focused. And I think a mistake some people do is they warm up, but they're not really focused like it's a match. They're just going through the motions and they're not really trying to be 100% precise. Yeah, I think, like it's personal. Like everyone needs different time, different like warm up and different feel. But I think the important thing is that you try to find a same routine that you can do every time, like flush and automatic. So it's the same drill, same warm up, same amount of time, and that's just what they do before every match.
So as you can see, it's really important to not warm up too much so you would exhaust yourself before a match, but it's also important to put the same amount of focus into your warm up as you would do in a match. And on top of that, make sure your warm up routine is always consistent, meaning that you do the same routine every day. Alright, so the next part is, in my opinion, one of the most important aspects of warming up. And surprisingly, it is done even before you start up your CSGO. Doing this ensures that we set ourselves up to maximum performance.
Personally, like if I know a match is at a certain time, I have a certain routine that I go through. And if I feel like if I do this routine, I'm setting myself up for maximum performance. So, like everyone knows like after you work out or after you go jogging or something, like you just feel better, your brain works better, you're higher, more focused. And like, if you eat good food, like if you're eating hamburgers and French fries, that's not going to be the proper fuel for your like thinking in your brain, right? So, getting the right amount of sleep, like all these things that you can do outside of the game, they help immensely in the game. And that's an often overlooked part. So definitely having like whatever time your match is, making sure you're taking care of your out of game routine and in game routine.
Okay, so we know that it's important to have your real life handled in terms of overall health before you even think about jumping into CSGO, but what are some exercises you could do to get you warmed up before jumping into CSGO? Rambo and I are going to show you some warming up techniques specifically for your hand that you could easily do before launching the game.
I have a very simple, like one of my hand warm up exercises is I'll open my hand as much as possible and then close my hand. and I'll do that like 10 times.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that kind of gets the blood flowing, and I get more feeling in my fingers and my hands.
Yeah, I'm actually doing it right now as you speak, so it's pretty good. I
So it's
tried it.
like,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
especially, we grip the mouse with our hand, and that's where our feeling is, and that's how we control the crosshair. So that's one of the things I do. And then I also shake my hand. I keep my loose wrist, and then I just shake my hand up and down,
Hmm.
like I'm flicking my whole hand.
Yeah, got it, got it. Yeah, it's really simple, but I guess it works well. Alright, so far we've learned that warming up in real life is a thing often overlooked, but could actually be even more important than warming up in CSGO. So if you're now all confused how to implement your real life warm-up routine, then Rambo will give you a simple routine to start warming up in real life, so you could be on your maximum performance in CSGO. This is especially useful if you have a team and you're competing a lot, but can also be used as an individual player.
I'd say you want to wake up at least 2 hours before your match time. Like say if you have a early morning match at like 10 a.m., then sometimes you might need that extra sleep, so you can't wake up 2 hours earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Or say if you have like a match at 8 p.m., well, if you're gonna wake up at like 6 a.m., then you're gonna get really tired at your match time. So try to schedule so you're getting good sleep and you're waking up. Ideally, to give yourself 2 hours ahead of match time, but not too early. And then, um, yeah, I really think exercising, just like doing like 15 minutes of just jogging or jumping jacks or just a light workout, just to get your body awake. I think it's like the best thing you could do to wake yourself up and get your brain focused. And then you don't want to be hungry during the match, so try to eat something light, something healthy. And then you could do your in-game stuff like, warm up your aim, do aim bots. Um, I think you should also think about the game plan for the match. Like, what are the strats that you guys are going to run? Make sure you know all your nade lineups. Make sure you know all your rules for all the strats. And then, um, if you have time to watch a demo of the other team, you should try to throw that in there too. But you should honestly be saving like those scattering reports for like the day before. You don't want to try to like cram that in before a match.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes when you're traveling to tournaments, you don't know who you're going to play until like, that same day. So you might have to do that.
Alright guys, one of the most important things to take out from this video is that don't think that if you warm up in CSGO then that's it. You're good to go. Yes, of course, it's better than nothing, and warming up in CSGO, for example, doing aimbots for 10 to 15 minutes is still extremely important, but most of your performance comes from the things you do outside of the game. So don't stress too much about what your in-game warm-up routine looks like. For most people, 10 to 15 minutes of aimbots or deathmatch is perfectly enough, but instead put some thought on how your life currently affects your performance in CSGO and see if you need to make some adjustments. CSGO is very much a mental game, so put some effort into making sure your mental state and mental energy are on good levels. For example, I've been taking cold showers for 2 months straight now, and I find taking cold showers extremely useful for my mental health. So find something that works for you. Maybe it's meditating, going to the gym, going for a run, or even just walking and getting some sunlight. And make sure you're being consistent with it, because we all know already consistency is key in achieving anything in your life. Again, I highly recommend you subscribe to Rambo, aka FPS Coach, because he talks a lot about things outside of the game that will improve your performance in CSGO, and also he talks a lot about mental performance specifically aimed for video games. So his videos are very beneficial for all gamers who want to achieve the highest skill levels. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this collaboration I did with Rambo. If you did, then please leave a like and subscribe with the notifications on. Alright, I will see you in the next one. GG.